Hey guys, I'm Kira
I'm Carly.
and we are
Boss Mammies.
On today's episode, we are going to be diving deep into some real and tough and very sensitive subjects. I feel really anxious.
Do you?
Yeah.
Why? Do
I don't know. I feel like I have a proper knot on my stomach.
you feel like you've got a lot to get off your chest?
Yeah. I feel like I'm ready to be real and raw.
Right, let's do it.
Right, let's go.
Are you ready?
Yeah. One last deep breath.
Okay.
Let's go.
Right. So it's been a shit year. Let's
year.
just like be dead frank and honest about it. And it's been one thing after the other this year. It really has, hasn't it?
Yeah.
But over to you.
Oh God, I feel like to start, obviously this year, I've had my appendix removed, a bit of my bowel. You've had your tonsils removed. Family members have broken bones and what have you.
Your mum broke 3 ribs.
3 ribs, which came over to like mind us after her surgery.
Yeah.
And then the icing on top of the cake is that I've had a failed round of IVF, which I never ever thought would happen.
Yeah, I mean, we've been dying to speak about it. Kira, you wanted just to go through it in private, didn't you?
Yeah, I feel like me as a person, I know we're quite public, and I just feel like the first round of IVF, when you were going through with Tiger, everyone kind of knew. So I kind of wanted to just surprise my friends and family with it, like, we're pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
So the fourth round, no one knew. It was just you, me, mum and dad. That's it. And obviously, when that was a complete fail, I felt like it broke me a little bit inside.
You're right.
Yeah.
Do you know what?
It is really raw and emotion.
It is. I mean, we've been through so much. And, you know, people on social media don't even know the half of it. And they just think that I've been dealing with a broken back. It's not. There's been a hell of a lot more going on at the same time.
Yeah, it's mad because obviously my first round was when, like, July time. And then my second round of IVF was literally the day after you fell down the stairs and broke your back.
So you were basically having to inject yourself because I couldn't do it.
On double the hormones.
On double the hormones. I couldn't do the injections, so you were doing it yourself, bless you, and you did amazing. You were so strong and so just getting up and doing it, and honestly so proud of you. And
working, I flew to Dublin.
Yeah, you've managed to. How the hell did you do that? I swear to God, you are Superwoman.
I feel like just something inside you just kicks in. Like the first time I kept so busy. The second time I was like, right, I'll get back to Dublin. We had, God, so much on, like work-wise, kept going. And then brought on my injections and stuff with me. And I feel like that was really good because it just kept me going. Yeah. Kept me being really positive. And just trying to forget about it. Yeah. Like just throw myself into work.
So I think for me and you, I think a lot goes right for me and you. And we've had such a good run. Like we've been together 8, nearly 9 years next year. So, and I do feel that we've had a good run. We haven't had any broken bones. We haven't had any hospital visits. And this year has just been, it's been carnage. It's been a nightmare. Like we've had, you know, several hospital visits. Yeah. Like what the hell? But like, you know, the icing on the cake of how difficult this year has been the IVF and the failed IVF round. And then we had the transfer on the second round.
Yeah. So basically, let's fill them in. So the first round, I didn't get any viable eggs. There was just no eggs that they could use. They weren't up to the quality. And then the second round, which I was like double the dosage on every injection medication I was on, I managed to get a lot more eggs, but they all netted down to just 2.
2 embryos. So embryos. We had a grade A and a grade B.
Yeah. So we decided to put in the first top grade A one.
Yeah, which you obviously would do.
Yeah, as you would. And then we had like, the 2-week period?
Well, the 2-week wait, which was just hell.
Oh.
Waking up with anxiety every single day. Are you pregnant or we're not? Like, what is going on? And then you had some spotting.
But we had
and you just
so
don't
many
know.
signs. Like, so this time, for instance, there was probably 5 people in one hand, like, that I can count that now. But this time I had like Rebecca and Amy, my mum, my Auntie Adrian, you, who are like there for me 100%. And like we're getting so many signs. Like I am quite spiritual.
Very superstitious.
Like I was praying to my granddad every morning. I was even sleeping with his little picture every night. And Rebecca, my cousin, who's literally like my twin, she was like, Ciara, I keep seeing ladyboards. And she sent me loads of videos and pictures. And a ladybird is a symbol of fertility.
And that ladybird, we had a ladybird in our bedroom.
The
random.
morning of our transfer.
Yeah, that
And
was crazy.
we got sent a video with like them with ladyboards outside the salon in Dublin. But first of all,
listen, when have we ever had a ladybird in the house?
Never.
Never mind in my bedroom, and never mind on the day of the transfer.
Yes.
That was mad. So we were convinced that the transfer
convinced.
was. Yeah, we were convinced.
we were like, this is it's worked.
And the chances,
this is my little miracle baby.
the chances of a transfer taken are normally about 50-50.
Yeah.
So we were really like, hopeful.
We thought we've been through our shit stage.
We thought this is it. We've been through the crap.
Yeah.
Like the journey wasn't as easy as we thought it was going to be,
Yeah.
but this is it. And we thought we'd have a nice pregnancy for Christmas, and that was what we would have finished off what's been a really shit year.
Yeah, it
on
would have been
such
the
a
best.
nice good bit of news, and then it didn't work.
Yeah, and we went like the day of the transfer. I remember I flew straight to Dublin after it
Yeah.
because I had such a busy.
You wanted
work
to just
schedule.
crack on and
I
not think
wanted
about
to
it.
crack on, and you can't do that. Like you can't travel when you've just had your transfer. So then when I came back to you, I felt like I had a glow. I felt
Yeah.
like everyone
did
was
have a
saying it to
glow.
me. People were like, "Oh my God, you are glowing," and I was like, "This is it. It's worked." And I feel like we got our hopes up. And then I remember we did the pregnancy test
Yeah,
a bit early.
it was a bit early, but but you were kind of your period was
Yeah,
coming.
I was spot on,
And you
but
were
I wasn't
panicking.
sure.
And then-
is this a period or is it a spot?
And then sadly, it was one day before we did the first podcast at Passion Production, and we just found out basically
Yeah.
that it was
Was
a
the
fail.
day before.
It was a fail. So let's be honest, we came into the first Passion Productions
Broken.
with you guys, and we were frigging broken. Like we actually look it on half the videos, like we look done in.
Oh, we do.
And I guess that people are going to see them mixed in with these. Like, it's been another 3 or 4 weeks.
It's
and
been
we
about 3 weeks, yeah. So
we feel
like,
a lot better now, don't
yeah.
we?
And I feel like as well with me, I never thought I ever would struggle with fertility whatsoever. Like I consider us very healthy people.
Yeah.
Like we love our alkaline water. We hardly drink. I've probably drank like 4 times this year, and never ever been on any contraception in my life. Gold star
Same.
lesbian, just putting it out. So I thought I'm gonna fly through this, but when it didn't, I feel like that got me bad.
It did.
Yeah.
It really did.
It did.
And it was hard to
Yeah.
watch you. It was really hard for me to watch you struggle with
was.
mentally and physically. I know, bless you. Oh, babe.
I'm okay.
It's hard.
It
You
is.
know, like, it's mad because people just don't understand
No.
unless you're going through it or you've
And
been
I
through
feel
it.
like people will be watching this, and like family and friends, most of you are not going to have a clue about this. So I do apologise, but I just hope people will respect my feelings in this as well.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to do this a bit like just my own journey
Yeah.
and then surprise everyone. But unfortunately, it doesn't work out that way. And unfortunately, it's just my little journey that I'm going to have to go through.
And do you know what?
And I'm okay with that.
We'll keep battling. We'll keep going. We'll keep piping away, and we'll go again.
Yeah.
We'll go again. We've got one left in the freezer. One chance.
We're like 30 grand deep into IVF.
Yeah, I mean, with storage costs, and both of we now we've done egg collections,
Yeah.
and there's been a lot. There's a massive big journey that people don't know the ins and
Yeah.
outs of, and they don't need to know. But
But during all
the
this,
whole thing has cost us about 30 grand so far.
yeah, and during all this, I do always have to remain positive because I feel like we're in a good financial state ourselves. There's people out there that like have to do it on the NHS and they only probably get 1 or 2 goes. Some people remortgage their houses for this.
Absolutely. Like, look, things could be a hell of a lot worse for me and you. And
Yeah.
yes, we've had a shit year, but
This is all we've kind of like. This
like,
is
like people have shitter years.
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
We're healthy.
So we just have to
We're
look at the
happy.
positives and how grateful we are for our little baby in my life. And
Yeah.
we'll
And
just
that's
crack
it.
on. We'll wake up another day and we'll just get on with it and crack on. But look, on social media, you know, people just see one thing and they think, they keep going on about having a bad time, but actually it's been a fucking shit time. Hasn't it?
It's
broken
just-
bones here, there and everywhere with your mum, me, tonsils out, you having appendix scare and operation,
Yeah.
and then me breaking
Your
back. Popcorn nearly died.
I know.
I sound like Katie Price, you
You
know, when
literally
when she's reeling off all her problems. My
Yeah.
dog died, this happened, that happened. Right. Tiger update.
Yeah, let's go.
Oh my God. So he's been amazing recently, hasn't
Yeah.
he? With waking up in the night and actually going to the toilet himself.
Literally, I'm waking up with a dry nappy every morning.
Yeah, he's got a little kiddie potty thing in his room, and he gets up literally in the middle of the night, goes to the potty, and then goes back to bed.
I know, just like a little man.
Sometimes he's waking up though.
Sometimes you're waking up to him, wee wee, wee wee, I need to go to wee wee. And you're like, okay.
Oh, and we've got this little nightlight on, which he's
Yeah.
never been a fan of a nightlight, has he? Until
No.
recently. So he's got this little bunny light thing.
His little imagination is running wild, and he's like, monster in my bed. And you're like, no. And he'd be like, monster in there in my car garage? No. He's just like his imagination.
Yeah.
He's like, spider under the bed? They're like, no. But you just have to keep reassuring him.
Yeah.
But his little imagination is obviously running wild.
This is the funnest age. Like, he's coming out with so much fun things, isn't he?
It is.
And
Like, what did he say to us today before we just left?
before we left today, he just randomly came out with it and said, you look so beautiful.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, what did you just say? And sometimes we miss things and you get the camera, scurrying to get the camera out.
I know.
And then you're like, do it again, you won't do it.
I know.
Oh,
But
he's
he's so
just-
cute. He's like, my Kira is so beautiful. Tiger and my Carly is so beautiful. His little, and his accent. Let's talk about his accent.
Right, what accent is he going to have?
I feel like he's going to be a proper mank.
So think about it. He's got Irish.
Geordie.
He's got Geordie around him. He's got Mank. And then he's got, what else has he got?
He has some Liverpool.
Yeah, he's got, some his Liverpool family.
Yeah.
So he's got all these different mixes. What's he going to be? I think he might be neutral. I can't hear an accent in him yet, can you?
Sometimes I can hear a bit of an Irish accent. Well, maybe I'm just manifesting that, but I feel
like sometimes when he hurt himself the other day and he was like, I hurt myself.
yeah. I
And
feel
that's
like,
Geordie.
obviously, I feel like that's very Irish. I
God.
hurt yourself. I feel like Geordies and Irish are quite similar.
They
though, in
are,
what we
because
say.
you say mum, I say
yeah,
mum.
me ma.
Me mum.
And the Scousers as well, though. Me ma.
Yeah.
Me da. Do you know
Yeah.
that kind of north?
I guess we'll have to just, time's going to tell, isn't it? But I'm pushing as much as I can. I speak to him loads, hoping and praying. And,
me too.
You know, I'm not religious, but I pray that he's going to be Geordie.
Oh God,
Just to
I'm
let you
praying
know.
that he's going to be Irish. And I'm more Catholic than you. You don't even go to church.
Catholic. Catholic. Is it not Catholic?
Catholic.
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 Fucking Catholic.
You always do this.
You say tree as well instead of
Three.
Three.
That is so. No, he's not saying three. He's saying tree.
Oh my God, he's not saying tree. A tree is a thing with leaves on, right? He needs to say three.
No.
So did you know that the Irishers can't say
We don't actually pronounce our THs.
th? So they can't say th. So say
I don't
something
think it's
else. What is the?
Think.
Say can
I
you say
think-
Tuesday?
Tuesday.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Thursday. Thursday. We don't say
Thursday.
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 This, that, these, and those. This is the way the TH goes.
Kind of cool. Oh my God.
What else do we say? I was actually thinking about this the other day. Like, what's a bit of a like Irish thing that I say that like they don't say in Ireland, in England?
Right, here's one for you. So if you're looking at, or the Irish are looking at like a girl and she looks amazing, yous will go, oh my God, you look massive.
Yeah.
Right? Now, massive to us English people means fucking fat.
I know. Remember I
It
told you
means
on the first date.
huge.
I said to you, you look massive, and you were like, what?
I know.
I was like, it means gorgeous.
I couldn't believe it when you said that. And I was like, oh my God, do you mean muscles?
No,
or
I
do you
didn't.
mean fat?
I meant beautiful.
What else is there?
Another one is the press.
Right.
Drives you
right,
mad.
Right, wait there. Do you know, like, when you reach into the thing
To
and
get your tea bags.
to get your cup, what's it called?
a cupboard.
Thank you. Cupboard.
No,
Cupboard.
it's a press in Ireland.
They call it a press.
The press. The
A
press.
Da press, not the
Da
press.
press.
It's da press.
Because it's a press. Yeah, you pull it. It's a press. Don't know why we call it the press.
Like what? Like press is like press up, or press
also,
a button.
What about house coat? My
Right.
dressing
Oh
coat.
my god. Oh my god.
Dressing
right.
gown.
Dressing gown.
House
Right.
coat.
Dressing gown.
It's your house coat.
It's a house coat apparently.
It is a house coat.
It's not. It's a dressing gown.
Well, you wear it in your house.
I think we'll have to do a poll. Or did we do
What
one
was
once?
the one we did?
Can't remember. We'll have
No.
to do it again.
Don't talk because I'll remember. Shh. Right, we put up
She's
something.
thinking.
That's it. I put up the other day on Instagram, we're coming out of woodwork. And she was like, woodwork? Where did you get that from? It's coming out of the what?
I don't, honestly,
Oh, you have the
I can't
shittest memory.
remember.
I don't know why I've asked you
I've got
that.
a memory like a fish.
You've said something else coming out of the war zoners. No, because that actually is one. But you like full on. Where
It just
like
in the
giving out to me.
context, in the context of you saying it, I just couldn't get my
I
head
do
around
have some Kira-isms though. Let's be honest.
You do, yeah.
Yeah.
But we've already spoke about a few in the past, but like you did one recently. What was that one?
Do you know what is me most funniest one? I think, and it's never going to be beaten. Was that I remember years ago when I was younger, well, about like in my 20s, and my friend at the time was going up to tax her car to the police station, and there was a missing dog sign on the wall, right? And it said, "Missing dog, Jack Russell." And my friend was like, "That's very strange, isn't it?" She was like, "It usually says like the dog will call up the name." And I was like, "Oh my God, Scarlett, who puts the dog's bloody full name on a missing dog poster?" Here I was, Jack Russell. And everyone was like, "Are you for real?" And Michelle was like, "Kira, like," and I was like, "What are you on about?" And the police officer was like, "It's the breed of the dog." I was like, "What do you mean?" And that was just the biggest blonde moment for me.
Oh my God.
Jack Russell. I thought it was his name. Thought it was like Jack Russell.
So you thought the dog's name was Jack?
Jack, and his second name was Russell.
Wow.
I was like, imagine us, Popcorn Jones.
There's nothing wrong with Popcorn Jones.
I'm just
Lovely
saying,
name.
like, trying. Yeah, but I thought they put the dog's whole name on the, not the breed of the dog.
Right, there's a good one for you. Fascinating.
It is fascinating.
Fuck me. Right, next one.
So do you feel like we're ready? Like we got the Christmas tree up on the weekend.
Yeah, we'll put that was lovely because we'll put the Christmas tree up with your mum.
Yeah.
And that was gorgeous. And Tiger around. And
Very
Tiger's obsessed with like car baubles and stuff, isn't he? So
was
that was
loving
dead cute, him putting them on the tree. So do we feel prepared for Christmas? I've been collecting these presents for the past 3 months.
God, you've been collecting them once, and I feel like the food is ordered, the turkey's in the bag, which I'm buzzing about because I couldn't get my hands on a turkey.
Obsessed with that
I
turkey.
was fuming. I was like, why does M&S not have any turkey? Like they had certain ones, but the one that we like, bone and rolled and stuffed with stuff.
Right, lovely.
So that's ordered.
Let's not spend 5 minutes talking about turkey.
I love food.
Okay, so back to the subject. I would prepared for Christmas.
Yeah.
I would say, we'll go on holiday tomorrow for 10 days, which is going to be bliss.
Have come at a better time.
And we've got Tiger's almost everything for his birthday. And it is a bit shit because his birthday is on the 7th of December and then it's Christmas a couple of weeks later.
Yes.
So he just gets bombarded in this couple of week period of presents, doesn't he?
Yes.
And it's confusing because 1 minute it's Christmas and cute Christmassy stuff. And then the next it's his birthday and he's like, what's going on? And then the next it's bloody Christmas again.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's a bit, I wish it was a summer
I know.
birthday, but look,
But
what
it's
can we
like
do?
me, I have such a shit birthday in January.
I know. 27th.
January.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, what do I ever do for my birthday?
Right,
I'm just
next
like,
baby, we need to try and time it.
Hello, can you let me speak?
Oh, sorry.
I'm talking about January and you're like, next baby.
Jesus.
Do you know what? You were going to say, can we try time the next baby?
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, love, we're just going to have to do whatever my body gives us.
I know, yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Don't need that type of pressure.
Oh, God. That's me told, for fuck's sake. All right.
I'm joking. We get back like just a week of Tiger's birthday from our holidays.
Yes, so we'll get back and then it is all guns blazing on his birthday party. And we haven't had a proper birthday party for him, have we? We've always done like little tea parties and
Or like
what
fun,
a soft play
soft plays.
So this one is sort of like we've hired a venue and putting on like a big soft play ourselves and things. So it's going to be fun.
Yeah, and like full of our friends and family. It'd be cute.
Yeah,
and
a lot of friends.
he's at the age where he understands now. So he's like really looking forward to like my party, my birthday, and he knows it's going to be 3.
Because his birthday's been right at the end of the year and he's been to lots of birthday parties where he's understanding. So now it's going to be nice for it to be Tiger's birthday party in his turn. I can't wait.
I know, I'm so excited for it.
It is so magical this year because this is the first time that Tiger has understood like what's going on in Christmas and Santa and we're telling him all about it.
And he's not cried at Santa. We seen Santa last week and he was just like, I'm not a naughty boy. I'm a good boy, Santa. I want a quad. Like, he's grown into himself, isn't he?
Yeah. And he's
a proper little boy.
We're telling him the story now. We're telling him about how, he comes down the chimney and this is what happens, even though we haven't got a chimney. But we'll
get one. And when we come back, it's time for Elf on the Shelf, which we have at home. A little weasel, her name is.
And I've spent ages collecting all the Elf on the Shelf little
You've
naughty
so
things
many
to
gadgets. It is our busiest time of year, work-wise.
do. Yeah, of course it is. Having salons and in clinics, it's literally carnage in December.
People people go crazy.
Because everyone wants to look amazing for Christmas, don't they? It's like the one time of the year where you're going to see all family and friends. Some people see friends and family that they've not seen in God knows how many years. So you want to look your best. You want to be fresh and feel good. So our businesses are always mega busy.
So busy.
But look, we're determined to finish 2024 on a high because it has been a shit off hour. It's been a shit show.
Yeah.
So, 2025 is going to be our year, isn't it?
I'm claiming it. I'm claiming that 2025 is going to be our year. I feel like 2024 was the year that made me personally stronger. I feel like it's made us stronger as a couple because like you have just been amazing in this, like this whole journey with me. Just let me have like bad days.
Yeah.
Like just let me do what makes me happy and that's going to keep my little brain occupied. You have been amazing. So I do want to thank you for that.
And, you know, you've been amazing with everything that you've had to go through.
That was I can't even believe I did that. Like looking after a baby full time, businesses. My wife has a broken back and on my IVF.
And we hardly have help over here.
No,
like we've got a gorgeous Liverpool family, which we're very grateful for. Your mum flies in now and again, and whenever we go to Ireland, the family are amazing over there. Yeah. But like that's it. We haven't got like anyone around the corner
like little Manchester.
Other than my friend Cheryl. But like we haven't got much going on.
Yeah.
So we are very much in our bubble, aren't we, me and you?
But we are waiting on one more bit of news.
Yeah, one more bit of news.
Which could just finish the year on a high.
It could. So we'll have to see, fingers crossed.
Are you not saying anything yet?
Well, I'll have to see it now.
Well, we don't have to.
We're waiting for the final news on my planning permission. We kind of announced it a year ago that we'd found a plot of land and we'd bought a plot of land, but we've had to put in for a replan. Very complicated, won't go into too much detail. And honestly, it's just been a nightmare. They've been asking for more and more. And just when we think we're waiting, it's that final day we're going to get the yes or the no, basically. And then they just keep asking for more stuff.
Yeah.
It's driving around the bend. And I feel like the Irish are so slow.
Oh my God.
Everything in Ireland is painfully slow.
It is.
The banks are crap.
Oh my God.
The banks are terrible. Like everything's so technical in the UK.
They're so old school in Ireland.
Everything's behind the times in Ireland.
That's why you wonder I'm not tech savvy.
She can't even
I don't even have a laptop. Like I do, but I don't use it. But that's because I'm not tech savvy.
Kira can't use a laptop. She hasn't got a clue, right? She's one of them that does all of her shopping and everything on her phone. And she'll book a flight on her phone. And I've got to get my laptop out and start. I need a big screen. I need everything there.
Yeah.
You can't, you just don't. You just do it all on the phone. It's weird.
I know, it's weird, isn't it?
It's weird.
It should be the opposite way around because you're the oldest. So you're like the 80s baby and I'm the 90s.
I just feel like the Irish you're not taught how to use a PC in freaking school.
We did a little bit of VCDL, but like not much, like a half an hour once a week. That's it.
Yeah, that's why you fell behind, you see.
Oh my God, I know.
You know?
Yeah.
It's like social media now. If a new app comes up, we've got to make sure we're trained on it because we'll fall behind.
I know.
And all these little teenage kids now will fly past it.
But then I feel like our generation is the best generation. I read something online that said if you're born between, I think it was like 79 and 99, you're from that generation that like we
got both.
Yeah, we got both. We have a little bit of technology and we have a little bit of like, something about
playing in the street.
Yeah, playing in the street. We can hold a conversation. We're not like what's the word? We're not a
phone zombie.
Yeah, like some people from this generation,
it's a worry.
They just can't hold a conversation. They're just like no talk.
It is a worry. Like I've got teenagers around me, and they're just like, are you like hello? Like it's annoying. Yeah. Like they're just obsessed. It's worrying, and I don't want Tiger to have a mobile phone for as long as we can, or you can have one that's got absolutely zero social media on it. One of them crap
don't
phones.
That's why I'm almost like I feel like when we live in Ireland, like he can just be out playing with all his little cousins and stuff. Like, and I think that's a good thing about Ireland is that we are so behind and stuff. Which we know we are.
I actually do think that's a good thing, yeah.
It's quite traditional in ways. You can go out play in the street. Like, that's what we used to do.
Kirby.
Pats we used to call it. Pats, because it's a pat, not a corp.
Oh, are you saying path? Path, or are you saying pat?
Pat. P-A-T.
That sounded like pat, you know it did.
Like pat, but pats.
Oh,
that's what we don't pronounce. Oh, we don't pronounce the THs.
That was a fucking belt
where
on
you used to throw
that.
the ball and it bounced back. What do you call it? Corbies?
No, it's called a path.
No, but we used to call it
Not
pats.
a pat. Pat. That's a cow pat. Or pat, like that pat.
Pats. Right. What did you call it? Curbs?
Kirby.
Kirby.
But yeah, path's a path.
But it's not a curb.
Wait, it's a curb?
But it's a pat. Pat.
Pat.
Pat. Pats. Right, it's pats. But that was a great little game. I used to love that. And kick the can.
Yeah, kick the can.
Knick-knacks.
I can't remember that one.
Right, so that's like knock and run.
I used to play football all the time.
Yeah,
I was
you were
obsessed.
such a tomboy, weren't
I
you?
was a very big tomboy.
Yeah.
I got scouted once by a guy at Bedlington Terriers. And I
never
played.
heard of him.
Yeah, I played for a team. I think I was meant to be over 16, and I was playing around when I was like 13 or 14. Scouted us. Mm-hmm.
So I could have been a wag.
Huh?
I could have been a wag.
Yeah, well, I didn't stick at it. I ended up finding,
Love
strolling
and
around.
entrepreneurship.
No, strolling around the streets and drinking. When I was a teenager, I was a right little shit.
What were you like as a teenager?
As a teenager, right, so my mum and dad were quite big partiers, and they were backwards and forwards on all these holidays, right? And they used to kind of just leave me to crack on with my own stuff. And I was, kid you not, I was supposed to be staying, say, at my grandma's, right?
Yeah.
But I was mainly just staying in the house. Like, they'd still let us have a key. So basically, I would just like tell me grandma, well, I'm just, don't say anything to me mum and dad, I'll just stay at mine. And then I used to have all my mates, right? All my schoolmates would like stay at mine and would just have the full run of the house. And then my mum and dad would come back and never know that anything had happened, that would been up all night partying. And as teenagers, like 13, 14 years of age or 15.
That's it, 13, 14.
Yeah, no joke.
See, I didn't I feel like I didn't hit that rebellious age of drinking till I was probably like 16, 17. And even at that, it wasn't that bad.
I think it was quite bad of me mum and dad. So I literally grew up like around so much partying.
Yes.
I did. And like I can't really I don't know, diss me mum and dad too much for it, because I guess when they had me, they were in their 20s. And if I look at who I was when I was in my 20s, I was off the rails. I was off the friggin' rails. I couldn't have had kids.
Yeah.
But then I don't know, like the kind of partying with me mum and dad continued and continued and continued. And when I was a teenager, like every single weekend was a bloody party.
Yeah, that's like monkey see, monkey do. Your mum
That's
and dad's
it,
going to
yeah.
a party and
And
you're
then-
like, I'm going to do that.
My mum thought it would be funny if I was drinking like a bottle of Wicked. Do you know? So there was encouragement there as well. And that's
Yes.
bad. Like, it's not funny. It's not actually
yes.
funny. It's if, you shouldn't really be teaching your kids
No.
that drinking is a cool thing to do. And me and you hardly ever drink.
No. I would have had the opposite. Like, I remember we were at like one of my aunties, like a Christmas party, and me and Rebecca like robbing a can of like Coors or something. And my mum catching us and giving out hell. Like, what are you? And we're like, we won't dare with one little can.
I'm surprised at
grand.
that, because obviously Ireland's known for
Oh,
all the
yeah.
drinking and stuff like that. But are you saying that you didn't grow up around much drinking?
Oh, of course I did. I'm Irish. Like, I feel like every Sunday we spent in the pub. Like, do you know what I mean? We'd go out and do something fun, and then you go to the pub. And I love that. Like, you'd get a bag of chips, you'd have your dinner go, or a pizza or whatever. Like, but I'd be with all my cousins and all the family, they'd all meet in the pub.
Oh, we would do that on a
Yeah.
Sunday as well.
Do you
Yeah,
know?
that was lovely.
Yeah, so that's kind of what I grew up around. But when I was younger, I actually had, oh God, I need to be careful what way I say now, but I got sick and I had something, it was like hepatitis, but it was a certain hepatitis which caused like jaundice, and like it could have caused liver failure. So I was really sick, and I remember at the time my mum and dad were like, you cannot touch alcohol. Your liver like will not handle it. So I feel like they put that fear into me. So I'd be like 16, 17, and we'd be going out with all my friends for our birthdays, getting like a limo to drive us around, get drunk in the limo. But I'd probably have like 3 little bottles of Wicked, and I'd have that fear, oh God, my liver. So I wasn't that big of a partier. And then I feel like I got into me like 20s, and I was like, yeah, let's rock this show. A proper party girl, and now I've probably like settled down.
For me, it took me a long time to grow up, if I'm honest.
Yeah.
And like, I was completely off the rails for a long time. And if I look, I had a house very early because my mum and dad moved away.
Yes.
So they really helped us. And obviously I helped myself as well. And I got a little 3-bed house in Forest Hall where
Which
I grew
was
up.
great.
I was
For
only
your
about
age.
19 at the
That's
time.
amazing.
But my mum and dad moved to Morbith, which was a good 25 minutes away. So I think they felt guilty in that they had to really help us like get her out now and just like get her in her own place. But it was probably the worst thing that they could have done, because my house was known as the party house. People would know that at 1 o'clock in the morning, where do you go on the weekend? You turn up at Carly Jones's house. It was carnage. Like, we'd be up for days. And the thing was that we were just naughty, and I was a right naughty teenager at school on the last few years. And like, any of my old school friends watching this will know that. And then like, I don't know, I never kicked it. Like, even though I had jobs whereby I had like quite high power jobs, like I was call center manager, then I went ahead of sales, then I was like director level, but nobody really knew. But behind the scenes on a weekend, I was going for it for days. Yeah. And then I would somehow drag myself in on Mondays. And, this went on in my 30s nearly. I just got myself on the kind of straight and narrow, if you like. And then I got myself fit and healthy, and then I met you. And it's almost like, you've got to sort your fucking self out before you can actually mentally, you're ready to receive like the love of your life.
But also, I feel like you got on the straight and narrow because you were opening up Kettlebell. Like, as a business owner, you can't go out and party. Like, and I can't. If I wake up with a hangover and I've all these people messaging me and things of the sort, I can't. Mentally, my head will not allow it.
Well,
so I feel like
we're very different people now. We and you must have a part or go out like on a big night out once every 4 or 5 months. I think for me, it's been about 6 months. Yeah. Like, I just don't do it.
I can't even get you to have a glass of wine.
I'll have the odd glass, but we never sit in the house, and we never drink. No. And I think for me, having an alcoholic mother and lots of alcoholics, we know of them and they're around us, and it sickened me. Me.
I feel like it scared you.
I hate alcohol and seeing how destructive it is.
But I feel like alcohol is it's a major drug out there, and it's pushed on us from such a young age. And I feel like it should be talked about. Like, alcohol is not good for you. Yeah. It's not.
It's fucking bad.
Like, I actually am just gone to the stage where I feel like, just like, obviously I've been off it with the IVF and stuff, but I feel like I said to you, I'm just going to go off it. And you were like, oh man, come on, you have 1 or 2 every now and again. And I was like, right, I kind of get it, don't just go.
There's no point in saying, oh, I've been sober a year or sober 2 years. If you want to have a glass of wine, bloody hell, have a glass of wine. Like, you only live once. But, I think sometimes you would only just want to do that just to say, oh yeah, I've been sober a year. Who cares?
Yeah, but just have a few.
Yeah. I would love like going on holiday and having a couple of cocktails and stuff. So
I can't wait for a nice mojito on the beach tomorrow.
Yeah. It won't be tomorrow, we'll be on the flight, hon.
Oh yeah.
You mean the day after?
I'm getting drunk on the flight. It's been a long few months, guys. Yeah, Cosmos. Can't wait. So, Carly, I feel like, what is it coming up to, maybe 6-7 weeks since you broke your back?
Yeah.
How are you feeling?
Do you know what? I'm feeling really good. Like, this week has probably been the first week that I've started to feel back to myself. And like, I can't believe how good the body is at recovering. Like, I'm so proud of my body, and I've been making sure my diet hasn't been the best, but I've been having like a daily smoothie every single day with me banana, me avocado, and all me building block stuff to try and get my body to heal. I've been on
vitamins, minerals,
lots of vitamins, lots of minerals, bone healing tablets. Yes. And literally, I had the most excruciating pain. For anyone that doesn't know, I fell down the stairs and broke me back in 2 places. And the first week/2 weeks was hell. Yeah. It was hell. I couldn't even go to the toilet myself.
No, like anything. I couldn't
get in and out of bed.
I had to lift you out of bed, like by grabbing you and like pulling your whole
I couldn't use my muscles. You had to like drag us up.
Drag you. Even in the toilet, I was like sitting there being like squatting as you're going to wee. I was like, come on, down.
It was horrible, because if you think about how you have to use your back muscles, and like when I had the MRI, and it showed that I had loads of swelling around the area, and I'd damaged the muscles. Yeah. So it wasn't just the 2 broken bones.
Yeah, and wasn't one of them you could just see like snapped off and it was just hanging.
It was like a gap,
you were like,
and it was kind of,
how was that going to like
I was thinking, how's that going to fuse back? Like, how does it find the other side of the bone? Because like, if it's, say, a leg, obviously you have to have it in a brace, and you have to make sure it's a clean it's cleanly back so it can grow together. So I'm thinking, well, on those little side bits of the spine, like, how does that even like find its other way? It's like a little chip on, and one of them's quite a clean one. But look, I've got no pain. Yeah. I'm nearly, it's 8 weeks now about, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think it's 8 weeks actually. It's 8 weeks today.
No, tomorrow. Was it Thursday? Because I remember
it was Thursday. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. It's Thursday.
A Thursday.
So yeah, do you know what? recovered.
I remember when it happened, you're like on the phone to me, like in agony. I've never heard you cry. You're like, oh, it's okay. Just stay and work and do your client. I was like,
do you know what?
Are you for real?
What happened was, I was going downstairs. Tiger was at the bottom of the stairs, and I could see something in his mouth. And I had a little quick panic, and I thought, shit, what's in his mouth? It did click when I was halfway down the stairs that it was an egg, a boiled egg.
Yeah.
And he was munching on it, but I didn't give him that. So he'd obviously helped himself to it, right? So I was just, because we have boiled eggs randomly in the fridge. And so anyway, I ran down the stairs and slipped on the bottom few and just landed really funny. And Tiger was literally there. He's seen the whole thing, and bless him, he got the fright of his life. But I was trying to keep it in, the pain. And I was like so winded. And then without like any control, my body just let out this great big wail of a noise. Honestly, I swear it was a scary noise.
Remake the noise. What did it sound like?
It was like...
Oh. Because I remember when I was at work and I went onto our cameras and I was listening and I heard something when I remember saying to our manager, Georgie, that must be her falling down the stairs.
It wasn't. That was after because it's a bit of a shame, but I'm kind of glad. But you'd moved the sitting room camera. Because
I always put it on Tiger when I'm like leaving the room just to check.
It's not. You were putting the pumpkins up, so you moved the living room camera.
Yeah.
So it normally is in the living room ready to capture.
It didn't fit
anything.
me aesthetics, didn't it? All?
Right. Well, anyway, you moved the camera, so it missed me backfall. Right. So you didn't get to see. I think that's a good thing actually, because I don't. But anyway, look, I got myself up. Adrenaline got myself up, and bless Tiger. The first thing he said to us was, "Mammy, your bubble came out."
Oh,
must have been all over the place, just from the sheer.
I didn't even tell you, but last
trauma.
week when I was collecting from nursery, one of the teachers, Kelly, said to me, she was like, oh my God, he just came over to me today out of nowhere and was like, my mammy Carly fall. She break her back and she okay now. But when it happened, she was crying. Aww. And I was like, what? And she was like, he remembers.
Oh,
like, it's mad. You don't think of that.
No. So anyway.
And I made her better.
Back to what happened. So then I got on the sofa. And once I'd laid down on the sofa, I voice note. I thought I didn't want to bother you. You were at work. And then I voice noted you and I was winded. I was like... and you knew, didn't you? Yeah. You knew straight away.
You sent me a message saying I had a really bad fall. And I rang you and you were just proper winded. Winded
and crying. A mix of both. I was in so much pain. And then, so I didn't want to make like a fuss. And I thought if I get her home from work and just had to move a client and then...
it was bad.
And then, it's nothing. Like, it's just a little pulled muscle or something. So anyway, I should have been stretchered off. Like, I couldn't even bloody sit up.
God, you were like walking like lopsided. Like,
it was bad. But look,
you're here to tell the tale.
I'm here to tell the tale. So, back recovery has gone lovely. Thank you. So yeah, it was a low time, and if it wasn't for you, Kira, honestly, like you and your bubbly personality picking us up every day, I just don't know how I would have. If I was on my own, like I would have struggled. Yeah. One of the reasons that I finally agreed to do this podcast as well is because I've been saying no to Kira for so many years. I know. And seeing how lovely all of our like internet friends and followers are, and I've had gorgeous messages and people checking in on us all the time, and I'm just like, wow, we've actually got a little bit of a community there, like, and it's a lovely community. And honestly, like the messages, I replied every single one. Don't we?
You do. It's nice. Like people, like social media friends is a real thing.
Yeah.
Social media community, and we've such a lovely community around us.
We really do.
Yeah.
And they deserve, they're always asking for updates and stuff, and they
deserve
to hear a little bit more about our lives and see it more. And we want to, get out there a little bit more, don't we?
Yeah. And I feel like with the right community around us, we'll smash it.
Yeah.
So guys, it's coming to an end. And we're so happy because we're off on holidays tomorrow, and this holiday could not have come at a better time.
Oh my God, yeah.
So we're going to be really proactive on our social media accounts, so make sure you're following Boss Mammies, and we're going to do a bit of a Q&A where on our next podcast we want to kind of answer all the questions you want to know.
So nothing is out of bounds, so ask us whatever you want and we will promise to answer it.